It's exactly 6 o'clock, Sunday evening, the 27th of April in the year of our Lord 2025. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this live broadcast, this live show. Good to have you on board here. I trust that tonight will be an excellent time, a wonderful time of refreshment. It's a time of relaxing, reflecting, and resetting yourself. It's a time here to sit and, apart from relaxation, just to reflect on your life, reflect on this week, the past week, what has happened, and then to also reset yourself. Trust you had a good week, and those of you who had a challenging week, you know what I say, it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. You are here so that you can strengthen yourself, that you can equip yourself and become the better, stronger version of yourself. That's what it's all about. And we are busy with a 3-part series. Hopefully tonight I will finish the series about anxiety-based belief systems that keep us stuck in the past so that we're not able to move forward. And I'm really looking forward to have all of you here tonight and that we can just dig into this deep topic, because I want to help you to be better, to grow into excellence, to apply this formula that I've been sharing with you so far. You know what? Tonight is episode number 20. Can you believe it? Since the 1st of December, non-stop I've been broadcasting live through thick and thin. When there was load shedding, we just got it on. This is your time to equip yourself. This is your moment of aftercare. It's your moment of personal development, whatever you want to take from this live show. It's an opportunity where you can really invest in yourself. For those of you who are interested, remember, there's also the month-to-month subscription fees that's available for you who are interested to learn more about developing yourself, having access then to all the wonderful podcasts that's available. Also, some of you want to be part of the Master Circle of the Thursday evening on the live Teams meetings that we have. You're welcome also then to join there. And also, you can go to the bookshop. You will see the link there below in this thread available for you. So to go there and check on all the wonderful books that's available from the Ancient Master at theancientmaster.com. That's what it's all about. This is an opportunity where we explore ancient principles, ancient infinite principles that's still applicable for modern day living. That's what this broadcast, this show is all about, to help you, to equip you, and to break the barrier of the resistance of living still in the past, the programming of the past. And that's what it's all about. Great to have you all on board here. Welcome, everybody. I can't highlight a name anymore because there are so many of you. Welcome here tonight on Facebook and also on YouTube on the Ancient Master channel that's available. So please, you know how the drill works. Every Sunday evening, comment below your input, your comment. Comment as much as you want below pertaining to the topic of tonight. This week we've grown in leaps and bounds. Really, I'm very excited for all the people who joined. And so I just made the settings more to public to allow more people all over the world to join. So you are more than welcome. Please, if my eye catches one of your comments, I will try to also elaborate on that. We're going to carry on tonight. We're going to talk about the belief systems that really keep us stuck and preventing us from becoming our true authentic self. Many of you are struggling with anxiety. Many of you say, this is something that is gripping me. And I'm really, really in need of more skills, coping skills, thriving skills, doesn't matter. And tonight we're going to really tackle some of these skills. And I'll see later on if Wally is also available here. Wally, yeah, he's just busy there making some. What? Well, he's eating a hamburger. Can you believe it? He's eating a hamburger. Okay, no, sharp. Carry on, Wally. Enjoy. He will join us later on, so that we can just have a good time here together tonight. Right. The idea of understanding your belief systems that's holding you back is a very, very powerful topic. And so many people feel anxious, but they don't know why they're anxious. And that's why we've been tackling the different types of clusters of beliefs so far that's holding people back. And tonight, I think we're going to tackle number 7, 8, 9, and 10, if time allows us. We will then really work on those belief systems so that you can really, really thrive. So, welcome everybody. I've just done the introduction, and now we can get into the real little thing tonight. So, here we go. Belief system number 8. We've done number 7 last week. Just to recap on number 7, was that vulnerability is weakness, that we are not allowed to show our emotions. When you show your emotions, any emotion is a sign of weakness. So therefore, shut up, toughen up, and just have a straight face. And we spoke about this one in depth last week, and to show the harm, the damage that we cause to ourselves when you don't have a voice. Last week we spoke about the damage that we do to ourselves when we shut our mouths, when we don't open up. Many of you, your healing started when you had the opportunity to express yourself, to voice your opinion, to voice yourself, to open up, to start speaking about what really is bothering you, and you have an ear or ears that are willing to listen to you and to open yourself up, to make yourself vulnerable so that healing can come through. And we spoke about that last week, that when you do this, you are not responding from a point of weakness. This is a demonstration of power. It's a demonstration of authenticity, realness, the rawness of your emotions. And that's what we covered last week. And I'm just touching on that one to show you how they are all linking up with each other. And then you learned and all of the other belief systems that we've tackled so far. When we reframe it, I also gave you a hint, and there are thousands of other ways of how to reframe your mind. I just gave you some examples. And here, in this case of vulnerability, which is weakness, the reframing could be like vulnerability is actually courage, and authenticity in action. That's the whole idea of how it works. It's absolutely a sign of power. So, I hope that makes sense. The realness, the rawness of everything. And this is what I want to focus on tonight. So, Wally, I see you are ready there. You're done with your hamburger. Oh, goodness. Hi, everybody. Oh, goodness. Yes, Wally. Did you eat well? Yes, thank you. Listen, Wally, I would like to hear from you tonight. Do you also struggle a bit with anxiety? I know this week you spoke to the people here on the live videos that you are struggling with ADHD. But with ADHD, do you also battle with stress and anxiety in particular? Oh yes. And I would like to share my story tonight with you. Okay, fine. So I would like to ask Wally just to explain from his experience, what is anxiety in his world and how it works, that he really, really struggles so much, and how we can really break it. And Wally, so just share with us some ideas about how anxiety works. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm your favorite fluffy buddy with way too many feelings stuffed inside my squishy body. I was so offended this week when somebody referred to me as a doll. I'm not a doll, I'm a puppet. I'm a puppet. And I'm also not made of wood. I'm not Pinocchio. Do I look like Pinocchio? I am fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. I'm your fluffy friend. Okay, back to the point. Sorry, just get my attention is a bit going. But today I'm here to tell you about my anxiety. And yes, we're going to please, you can laugh, because if we don't, I might explode into a ball of fluff again and again, okay? So anxiety for me feels like when you drink 3 cups of espressos, spin around 10 times, and then try to walk in a straight line. I fall over every single time. Sometimes I worry about everything. Big things like, what if the sky falls? And tiny things like, what if I sneeze and my fluff blows off and I end up bald?
Okay. What's so bad about being bald?
What? Looks terrible.
I'm happy with it. Okay, but right, carry on with the whole idea. Okay, so you worry about tiny things like, what if you sneeze and your fluff blows off and you end up bald? Carries on.
Okay, I know. It's highly unlikely that would ever happen, but tell that to my brain. It's like a TV that's stuck in a worst case scenario, like channel 24/7 in my mind. And when I get anxious, I just feel like popcorn machine going off in my tummy. Pop, 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 pop. Each pop is another crazy thought in my mind. For instance, what if everyone secretly think I smell like cheese?
You do. Just that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, another thought in my mind that I will think, what if I trip over my own feet and roll into traffic? What if I wave at someone and they're actually waving at the person behind me? Honestly, that one hurts.
Sure, Wally, you've got a whole story here about stuff that you are anxious about. So, let's see. Is there more?
Yeah. Sometimes my little fluffy paws get sweaty and I start breathing like I just ran a marathon, the comrades. And even though the only running I do is from responsibility. But you know what's funny? After all the panic, 99% of the things I worry about never happen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wally, that's the reality. Okay. Thanks for sharing this with us. This is the reality of stuff that we are feeling anxious. I don't know if any of you can relate to it. Why are you looking at me like that?
I just love him so much.
Oh, Wally, thank you. He's becoming my best friend. Okay, Wally, take a break. Maybe you can... I've got something for you here from a very good friend today, your best friend. You know, what do you like the most?
Candy floss.
I've got some candy floss for you.
Oh, thank you.
Take it, go and sit there and enjoy it. I'll leave a bit for me afterwards, okay? Thanks. Cheers.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.
Okay. There he goes. Let's get to the real stuff. Here tonight. The real stuff. Wally is also battling with this stuff. Tonight, he's making himself vulnerable. Sometimes we just need to be like the puppet, just to be honest about everything. And when we are honest about everything, it's fine. It's fine just to be authentic. Let's get to point number 8. Belief system, the cluster belief system that I must achieve to prove my worth. And with this one, we've been indoctrinated. From school days, we've been indoctrinated with this one. Everything is conditional. I must first achieve to prove my worth. And then when we get into relationships, we carry on with this thing. And it burns out, it burns, it hurts. And where does this belief system come from? Like an example memory is only receiving praise from caregivers after achieving something externally impressive. It's conditional. So that's the issue. It's all conditional. Someone with Wally who doesn't really have filters, he's just speaking his mind in his heart tonight. That's good, because somebody is hearing him. And this is the journey of recovery. Because here's the pain point. I want you tonight to go back in your memory and think, where did it start? When you only achieved and you work so hard and then you get recognition. And then you start thinking that love is just conditional. But you know what? Your self-worth is unconditional. It's inherent in you. It's innate. It's part of your birthright to have self-worth. Your self-worth is not dependent on somebody else's praise, recognition, or validation. How does it work? How do we break this belief system? Simple. Follow the formula, which is following your highest excitement in the present moment and acting on it as soon as possible, if not possible now. Excitement is your compass, not societal metrics and societal norms. It's what excites you, what gives you worth. It comes from within. Happiness is an inside job, as we always say. It comes from within. It does not come from people's praises. As long as you believe in your mission, in your cause, as long as you are happy with what you're doing with your life, as long as you are excited about what you're doing, you are passionate about what you are doing, this is how you grow and develop your self-worth. And to break this idea, I must achieve to prove my worth. This is the formula. You follow your highest excitement to break this whole setup in your mind that we've been indoctrinated from young not to follow your highest excitement, because that's selfishness. That is lust. That is just you thinking about yourself. No, excitement is your compass to direct you in your future, in your destiny that you want to meet. You see, neuroscience, from a neuroscientific point of view, performance-based worthiness causes chronic stress. If you're on a situation, on a relationship, which is all performance-based and you can't keep up with it, then there's resistance. Then there's something wrong, because you need to go with the flow according to your highest excitement. That's the whole idea here tonight. That's it. You get it. Let's just identify this performance-based worthiness, which is causing this chronic stress. Think about where you are in your environment. It's time for you to step in, not step up, step into your highest excitement. And once you step into your highest excitement, the formula says synchronicities will always, with no exception, follow. And if it doesn't follow immediately, take time. Hang on. Carry on. Carry on. Follow. Speak it up. Show your intention what you want to do in order to break this performance-based worthiness of condition. Everything is conditioned to life. Acceptance is conditional. Many of you sit in a job. You have to perform the whole time there. There's like a sword hanging over you. Your performance appraisal is a nightmare. You are chewing on your nails because it's fear-based, it's performance-based. It's not out of joy that you're doing it. When you do a job out of joy and there is a performance evaluation appraisal waiting for you, you don't fear it because you're acting on your highest excitement. You are there in that environment that you love so much, you thrive so much. You will meet your KPI. So that's powerful. That's powerful. Now that's from a neuroplasticity point of view. Epigenetics. How does epigenetics work? Epigenetics shows that love-based self-reflection activates growth-enhancing genes. Now, some of you may wonder, Chath, what is epigenetics? Because epigenetics is a very important aspect of the formula. You need to understand the basics of epigenetics. Now, most of you like me, you're not scientists. I'm not a scientist. I didn't do good at school in biology. But what I want to share with you here is a little bit of understanding the power of epigenetics in your life and how you can use the science of epigenetics to really activate the formula. Just shortly, from a simple, very simplicity point of view, epigenetics is the science that shows how our environment, our lifestyle, and even our thoughts can influence the way our genes behave. So although we are born with a specific genetic blueprint, what epigenetics does, it teaches us that our DNA is not our destiny. It's not fatal. It's not final. Your DNA composition is not final. Factors like diet, stress, emotional experiences, and daily habits can switch certain genes on and off. They work with triggers, affecting everything from our immune system even to our emotional resilience. For instance, when you have gone through a very tough, challenging time, your immune system is low, and then you get all sorts of flus. It happens. So in simple terms, let me just simplify it even more. We are not prisoners of our genetic code. We are active participants in shaping the way our genes express themselves throughout our lives. And this is what we are working on, to see how the environment of the cell can be changed. Let me explain. When we understand this concept that I'm sharing with you of the environment of the cell, determine how the cell will respond, it becomes clear that the way you and I think, the way we feel and live every day carries a far greater impact when, on the contrary, when we didn't realize it. So it impacts your life more than ever before. So let me just carry on. If your repeated thoughts, for instance, and your emotional states is the whole time the same, those emotional states, our repeated thoughts, they create chemical reactions in the body that will influence gene activity. If you're going to be negative the whole time, from a genetic point of view, it will affect your genes. Negative emotional patterns like chronic stress, anger, bitterness, fear, unforgiveness, and all of those low vibrational emotions activate harmful genetic expressions linked to many diseases. And while positive, elevated emotions, according to the formula, elevated emotions like joy and gratitude and happiness, while those emotional states, what do? They promote healing and well-being. And of all the elevated emotions, I always say the highest elevated frequency emotion possible to experience is gratitude. You can go through a very tough time, but when you express gratitude, it really changes your perspective and it starts to bring a light feeling to your body. And it's because your emotions are now speaking or appealing to your cells on a DNA level at that present moment. And guess what's going to happen if you're going to carry on like doing it the whole time? That's where change and healing comes on. You see, the body is always just responding to the signals we are sending it moment by moment through every time, the whole time, through our internal environment. Remember, there's two environments: internal environment, your thoughts and emotions, and your external environment that plays a massive role in epigenetics. Now, what this means for us is a deeply empowering realization. You and I, have the ability to influence our own biological destiny. We haven't even touched the peak of the iceberg about this reality of how miracles can take place. So just by cultivating elevated emotional states, as long as possible, as frequently as possible, making conscious lifestyle choices that serves you, and practicing daily habits that support mental and physical wellness, we can create, and we can quite literally, generate and create that healthier, more vibrant version of ourselves. I hope it makes sense to you, because we are not at the mercy of our past or our genes. That's what epigenetics is teaching us in essence. This is the most simplest way I can explain it to you. And that is why when you're in an elevated state, your body starts healing slowly, even up to a DNA level that your emotions, elevated emotions, can do it. Low vibrational emotions can kill you eventually. Stress can kill you. Anxiety can eventually affect your heart condition and create numerous cardiac related conditions. So instead, you are powerful creators. You're a powerful creator of your future. You are capable of guiding your own transformation from the inside out. And that's what we're working on this whole show. Does it make sense? That's why I need Wally to come in here to explain the difficult, complicated stuff to you in a human way, to show to you it's not really rocket science. We can really apply it. We can make it. That's possible. Okay, so yeah, let's just leave Wally while he's enjoying his candy floss. Candy floss. Do you also like candy floss? I hope he's going to leave something for me there. Hey, Wally, don't just take everything. Leave me a bit there. Yes. Let's get to the next point of this whole journey of transformation of your belief system so that your emotions can line up in an elevated state in order for your body to feel it, and that a positive message of elevated emotions will be sent to your cells in your body, down deeply to cellular level, and you can heal. This is the power of epigenetics. Now, that's it. Now you can see what I mean there. Epigenetics shows that love-based self-reflection activates growth-enhancing genes. Beautiful, beautiful. This is so powerful. The other day, a couple of 2 months ago, I was speaking to someone who's really struggling with breast cancer. And I said to her, the treatment is not working. I said, it's time that you must not be angry at your body. It's time for you to understand that your body is a temple of God and start appreciating your body. Start appreciating your body and speak to your body with gentleness and softness, because you have been very hard on your body. You've been pushing your body very, very hard. It's time tonight that you become gentle on your body, that you start listening to your body's signals. When your body says, I'm tired, I need to rest. When your body says, it's now time, I'm thirsty, I need to drink. Listen to your body. Let body and mind connect. It's so crucial that the two parts need to connect. And when we start treating our body in this way, I'm explaining to you now, what happens? We give another message, a new message to our body. Thank you, body. Those of you, many of you here, you know, you've been through trauma, you've been through difficult times. And when trauma gets stuck in the body, remember that book, The Body Keeps the Score? And that's what happens with trauma. It sits in the body. And now you go to your body and you say, thank you, body. I'm not just anybody. I'm not just a nobody. I am so grateful. You've been covering for me. You've been protecting me. You've been in survival mode. Up to now, it was fine. But now, I want to tell you, thank you so much. I appreciate you for the hard work, for the overtime that you've been working on with me. But it's now time to relax. Thank you so much. Be gentle with your body. When you go through a difficult time, it's time to soothe your body. You know, when I was in the military, those days, there was no mercy. You push your body. But that it served a purpose for those days. That was 40 years ago. Now I'm 61, turning 62. I've learned to be gentle with myself and listen when my body says, I need to really relax. And when I enjoy the time there at the gym and it goes here towards 40 minutes, I say, don't overdo it. Just treat your body with gentleness and with love and respect. That's what I'm saying here tonight. For those of you battling with overweight, you look at your body, you strip yourself naked in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Instead of despising yourself, look at your body and say, thank you, I love you. I love you. You know what's going to happen? If you want to become slim and you want to lose weight, first love yourself unconditional. Don't say, I will only love myself once I'm streamlined, once I'm slim. Then it's conditional. You love yourself now in your brokenness. You love yourself while the body looks the way it is. Unconditional. That's where the healing comes. Let's just strip tonight this idea of everything must be conditional. Love is unconditional. Unless there's a pain in your past which is saying, based on your memory, it's conditional. We've covered that one before in one of the others. So beautiful you are. Yeah, Mari, you say my body is taking strain because I don't listen. You need to listen. We need to listen. We need to listen to our body tonight. Connect to your body. Right? Now, I wish we could speak more about this thing. But remember, I said 2 episodes ago, I'm not pushing it. Even if there might be flowing a 4th episode from this one, so be it. Because I want to help you to shift. We are not in the fixing business here. We are in the shifting business. When you shift your perspective, your emotions will align accordingly. And then your body will align accordingly. That's the power of epigenetics. And now we bring neuroplasticity into the equation. Neuroplasticity, neuroscience, says that performance-based worthiness causes chronic stress. And now I need to change that and form a new pathway in my brain, a new way of thinking, a new transformation, a shift towards being kind towards myself. Because I am responsible to the Creator to look after my body in a most beautiful way. Right? That's why I say there in the reframing mindset, I am inherently worthy. Say it after me. I am inherently worthy, regardless of my achievements. Even if I came last, I am still worthy. The reason why you came last, maybe it's because you're doing that because it's not your highest excitement. Between standard 3 and standard 7, I was in a special needs school. You know my story. I had learning disabilities, battling with ADHD, depression, couldn't cope. I was last in the class. In standard 3, my maths, goodness, 20-30%. You know why it was not why it was not in the 80s? I was not acting on my highest excitement. But at that stage, I thought I was a stupid boy. I was a stupid kid. I'm not like I'm mental. Because I was not acting according to the formula. The formula says each one of you's got a gift, a passion. Each one of you has a potential. And if you're going to channel yourself into that potential, into what really interests you, and you act on that excitement, you will flourish. You will blossom, because that is where you are planted. That's your gift. Otherwise, you set yourself up for failure. You see, when we act on our highest excitement, it's because you are flowing. Body and mind is together, and you are kind towards yourself. Yes, that's just, wow, I didn't realize how unkind I am towards my body with my inner voice. When the lower mind speaks, the judgmental mind speaks. It seems to me that we want to listen to the lower mind more than the higher mind, the Christ mind, the higher mind. When the higher mind says, I'm worthy, I'm loved, I'm perfect, I'm beautiful, then the lower mind comes with a but. And then we want to believe the lower vibrational ideas pushing us down, pulling us down. And that is then subsequently the manifestation of depression, because of all the weights that we are harboring inside, heavy emotions instead of elevated emotions. Elevated emotions because you are acting on your highest excitement. You are acting it without any insistence on the outcome. And because you're acting on your highest excitement, synchronicities will flow in your favor. Doors will come open, or even doors may close. When doors close, it's part of synchronicities directing you into a new direction, And now you're going to have to rediscover your highest excitement, because the journey carries on. The formula is not failing. You are just stepping up. You are stepping into something greater. Does it make sense? Those of you who are here for the first time, listen to the other 19 episodes where I'm explaining a formula. Never judge one program, one episode, based on what you hear in an hour. I've been working intelligently, diligently is the better word, since the 1st of December, explaining how the formula works. And tonight I'm just giving to you one aspect. Mari, you say I'm pushing myself daily. I want to give you an alternative here tonight. Flow. I know you want to start your business and make a success of it. But your body says, hey, when I can't, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. What you are doing, if you do that, you are busily resisting what the natural flow is. The natural flow is do it with joy. Do it with freedom. Do it with spontaneity. Do it from your authentic self. Remember, it's part what you're doing. You started your business from a point of highest excitement. Never lose track of that. Duchess, you sing so beautiful. I've checked you. I saw you once on Facebook, that one song that you sang. You've got such a beautiful voice. Start singing, please. Please, you've got such a powerful voice. Please, I really want to encourage you tonight. Do it and bring happiness to it. You've got an awesome voice. So, we've got people here on this show, highly talented people, but you've really dusted it out. You've put dust on it because you didn't act on your highest excitement, because you listened to your lower self, your lower mind, the judgmental mind. And that pulls you down. It makes you sick. Makes you very, very sick. Go with the flow. I'm begging you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, just go with the flow. Allow highest excitement to manifest in every given moment, time and place where you are, so that synchronicities will start manifesting in your life. That's what I'm saying here tonight. This is why we're here for. This is why we're here for. Remember, while I'm talking like this, if you want to have more impartation from my side, join the Thursday night meeting on Teams. Go to my website and sign up there, and you will see all the information is there. And if WhatsApp me, or just comment below if you would like me afterwards to send you the link if you want to be part of this group, because you can join at any time. The curriculum works on a circular basis. It doesn't start at a certain time and finishes. You can join any time. So far we're around about 6 or 7 people in the group. I'm just saying it because this is deep stuff. I want you to shift tonight towards this deep, profound idea. I need to be connected to myself. I need to listen to my body. My body keeps the score. My body is talking to me tonight in terms of my highest excitement that I need to pursue, and I cannot carry on anymore to ignore it. Right. Can you believe almost 45 minutes I've been spending on cluster belief system number 8. The lie that I must achieve to prove my worth. You need to debunk it today. You need to chuck it away. Disconnect yourself from this lie and act on your highest excitement. And what's going to happen? You are doing it from joy. You will act from that point of view, from love. You will automatically perform effortless. Look what I'm doing here. I didn't prepare much. I must be honest. I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm speaking from a point of excitement and passion. While other people, they must prepare, and they it's a nail-biting experience. You put so much effort in, and there's so much toil in the whole process. And when you present, it's so rigid, it's so clinical. You are overdoing it. You are pushing yourself over the limit because you're losing the idea of the formula. Okay? So, yeah, as you say, Maurice, sometimes our loved ones will bring us back to reality and say, come on, you need to really be consciously, mindfully aware when you push yourself over the limit. And then your body at one stage will say, I can't carry on like that anymore. Okay? Shall we move on? I think we can tackle the second last one. Number 9 tonight. I'm not going to do number 10. So here we go. Next week will be episode number 4 or part 4. Episode 21, but part 4. I need to really go slow. Here it goes. Even if I don't finish this one by 7 o'clock, I don't care. I will just carry on next week. Here's the belief. You're reading it there. Do you see it? If you are watching it. Some of you are here. You are also using on YouTube the function of podcast, and you listen in your car. That's why I speak so much, and I just give the slides there for you to help you, but you can also use it as a podcast. Great. Here's the belief system. I should never ask for help. If you ask, or should you ask, it's a sign of weakness. In Afrikaans, ek vrek eerder voor ek vra. You know that one. I would rather die before I will ask. My pride, my ego stands in the way. But where does that one come from? That I must never ask for help. I must do it alone. If I delegate tasks to my subordinates and they're not doing it, then I jump in and I do it. Or if they don't do it in time, I say, clean that, and they don't do it immediately, then I step in. And you become a very, very unpleasant person because of that behavior. But where's the pain point without feeling judged, what I'm just saying now? Here's an example. There could be more examples, but I'm just giving you an example to understand the memory, why you behave like that. Maybe you've been mocked or dismissed for needing support or guidance at one stage, and you got disappointed, or you just got dismissed in a horrible way. And there at a young stage you learn, if I'm not going to do it alone, or now, nobody will do it. And if I don't do it, nobody will do it. Then everything will collapse. And now it becomes a habit. And eventually, your body can't keep up with it anymore. It makes you so sick. Ilani, as you say, it is exhausting. Exactly, it's exhausting. Yeah, I'm glad that, Ilani, that you can relate to it tonight. That's why I'm going slow tonight. That we just absorb it tonight. Yeah, that's why tonight is for you, Duchess. It's for you. Yep. You must sing again, eh? Do it. Do it. Get back to your highest excitement. Okay, back to this one. I should never ask for help, otherwise it will show a sign of weakness. But the formula says, again, acting on your passion includes aligning with people and resources. It's part of synchronicity. It's part of synchronicity. When you ask for help, when other people's assistance come in motion, it is synchronicity manifesting. You understand, synchronicity is one of the key ingredients in the formula. You need to reach out when you need help. Don't be proud, because the ego is part of the lower vibrational manifestation. It drags you down. It's low. So, You need quality people in your life. You need the right people in your life to activate synchronicity in your life. Synchronicity happens when you connect with the right people. When you know, I can't do it alone. I'm struggling. I need a colleague. I need an associate. I need a worker. I need a domestic worker. I need a gardener. I need whatever, if you are very wealthy, I need a chauffeur, whatever it is. And the right person shows up. And you say it's God sent. That's synchronicity. But you first need to express your highest excitement. Don't do it from fear or pride. Synchronicity will avoid you and you will experience resistance. Neuroscience, how does it work from a neuroplasticity point of view? Fantastic. Oh, awesome. When we ask for help, it strengthens community and brain integration through the chemical oxytocin. One of the wonderful, wonderful chemicals that the Creator, that God has put in us. That chemical only is secreted when there's community, connection, ubuntu, when there's that unity, that connection with your environment, with your loved ones, when there's synchronicity between you and your colleagues, and you are there in an environment where there's just that brain power of unity. That is how synchronicity works with neuroscience. So, asking for help strengthens that connection that you need with the right people in your life. When you get their support and you realize I'm not alone, I'm laying down tonight my pride. I'm letting go of my ego and say, I need help. I will ask. So now, neuroplasticity says, it grows through trust-based interactions. And oxytocin, that chemical, once released, what happens? Phew, now we are healing. Oxytocin is a healing chemical. By the way, that's why breastfeeding mums is so powerful. It connects between mum and baby. Because when the baby drinks and sucks on the mummy, what happens? Oh, the wonderful, wonderful chemical of this wonderful chemical that I'm just sharing with you, of oxytocin, is released. It's also there released when you spend time with your loved ones. When you do what excites you and you connect in the moment and you practice mindfulness, this chemical is also released. It's the chemical of connectivity. While serotonin is the chemical of excitement, and along with dopamine, but when you bring it with connection, oxytocin, what it does, brings healing through relationships, healing through hugging, healing through touching, healing through appropriate touching, healing through touching and caressing yourself and soothing yourself from the pain, touching the pain points and being gentle with your body, as I mentioned before. What happens? This is what I'm saying. Neuroplasticity happens because now neural pathways are altered. How is it altered? When you start thinking differently and you assign an elevated emotion towards that new belief system, and you start visualizing and you start meditating and pondering on it and reflecting on it, and you make it your mind set, you shift into that state consciously, deliberately, intentionally. What happens? A new pathway is formed, and the flow of the pathway, in this case, the water that flows in the path, is nothing else than oxytocin. And as oxytocin flows, it heals. I've seen people getting into new relationships after they've been isolated for years and they step into a relationship of unconditional love and acceptance. And they just change their environment and there's connection. They heal. But I've seen with depression how people isolate themselves. They become hermits. They become living in solitude. There is a time for solitude. Believe me, it's necessary. But when it's a time of when you live in seclusion totally permanently, you excommunicate yourself. And now that lack of community is causing hurt and pain. You know what I mean tonight. You need to reconnect. That's why when you ask forgiveness and when you grant forgiveness, what happens? There's healing. You allow this chemical of oxytocin to flow so that healing can take place on a cellular, even deeper than namely on a DNA level. Yes, oxytocin can come and reach the deepest part of your cellular part of your body through these chemicals. And you have the key in your hand to let it go, to release it, so that healing can take place in the most powerful way in your life. This is beautiful stuff, eh? So, oh yes, you need to get out of your seclusion, eh? You hear what I'm saying? Those of you just joined in now, welcome, welcome. Remember, afterwards the show, I will put it also on the YouTube channel, The Ancient Master, where you can watch the video. Please share it with everybody, like and subscribe even on the YouTube channel, and share it with everybody. I think more and more people must hear the wonderful message that you can change on a DNA level. In terms of allowing the DNA level, the DNA, the genes, to respond differently, and then healing can indeed take place in our lives. So, here it goes. Epigenetics. Remember, half an hour ago I spoke about the meaning of epigenetics. Just go back, rewind the video, get back to that point. Epigenetics shows collaborative relationships. What happens? Lower cortisol, that's your stress hormone. Cortisol to a certain degree is good, that butterfly feeling in the stomach. But when it oversecretes, now there's a lot of acidity in your body. And that kills, neutralizes the secretion of the wonderful chemical of oxytocin. In that case, cortisol is no longer your friend. This is where stress shifts over to anxiety, and anxiety eventually shifts over to distress. Now your body is in a distress state. And what happens? Your body is going to give you soon a distress call. So, what happens when we start changing the message to the cell and you start speaking to your body with love and kindness? What happens? There's an improvement of, here's a new word I'm introducing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, neuroimmune health. Neuroimmune health. Have you heard of this concept, neuroimmune health? I'm saying it 3 times because you need to understand that plasticity, neuroplasticity, what it does as it flows, the way I've been explaining so far, it's impacting on your immune system. Some people with lots of anxiety, lots of depression, when the slightest bacteria or virus is in there, they catch it. And then they've got cold. The slightest thing just in the air. Because your immune system is low. There's a link between your immune system and the brain. But through neuroplasticity and understanding the effect of epigenetics, we can improve our immune system. Your brain, when altered, can improve your immune system. Some of you are battling with immune system problems. You are taking the flu jab, you're taking all the jabs. Goodness. And what happens? You still get the flu because you still need to work on the concept of neuroplasticity. The body must listen to the brain, and the brain must listen to the mind. And you can influence it. And what I speak to myself, my emotions will receive it accordingly. And that's the hope that we need to work on. Nothing wrong if you want to take medication, if you need medication for anxiety. No judgment. But I advise you tonight, along with your medication, also take responsibility to take every thought, every negative thought captive, to seize it, and to look at this toxic belief system that you are harboring, that's feeding lower vibrational emotions. Because your emotional state is a reflection not of your circumstances, but of the mindset, the belief system that exists on a conscious, but even more on a subconscious level. And we just don't know why we're not getting better, because those negative belief systems will operate from a subconscious viewpoint. Let me show you here. This one, this belief system number 9. Oh my goodness. This one lies on a subconscious level. You get it? Okay. Let's reframe it before we finish tonight. Seeking support is a strength that fosters connection and growth. I repeat, seeking support is a strength that fosters connection and growth. You are not alone. Powerful stuff, eh? Powerful stuff here. Thank you so much for tonight. Next week, Sunday. Thursday is the group, support group, that we're doing the mentoring and the coaching group. We run there on Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock. But next Sunday, we will have another time together. I'm looking forward. Thank you, everybody, for your contribution here tonight. I'm just checking here on all the comments here that you've been sharing here. It seems to me that this is indeed working. This is powerful stuff. I know it's powerful stuff. This is not stuff that I'm thinking out. This is based on the research. This is spiritual. For those of you operating from a Christian point of view, you can take every point I've mentioned here. You can assign scripture to it as well. And it also gels in with science. Spirituality and science is not supposed to be in opposition with each other. They are infused together. This is what you pick up here tonight. So thank you, everybody here. Janet, thank you, everybody here tonight, for your contributions, your points that you've made here. I'm just checking here. Everybody who made a contribution here tonight, of your comment section here below. And Cornelia, hello. You've received my books this week there. Enjoy my books there. Hey, it's a long study. Sometimes you say, sometimes we don't ask for help out of fear of being belittled or rejected. It's true. It's true. But as you act on your highest excitement, you may ask. You may ask. And if they don't, they want to belittle. If they come with negative, they're not flowing with your flow. They're not there, part of your flow. Include the ones that's supposed to be with your flow, your community, and move and reposition yourself into that position so that you can experience this community that I've been speaking about tonight. Mari, you need to do domestic. Anyone in Stillbury who's tuning in here, anyone else who wants to go and work there for Mari, come on. Just speak to her afterwards. Anyone who wants to work there. I can work there. I will go. Wonderful place to work for. Yes, yes. Thank you, everybody, here tonight for your valuable input and insight and your vulnerability. You've just been so honest here tonight, and you made yourself so vulnerable. But this is the key that I've been speaking about tonight. So have a wonderful, fantastic week. I really appreciate all of your input here tonight. Until next Sunday, 6 o'clock, have a fantastic, wonderful week and enjoy the long weekend. Just carries on and on, all the off days. Enjoy it. And while you have your off days, this is your ideal opportunity to explore your highest excitement.